and it's race day today in Tennessee. Welcome to the Diamond Ridge Superspeedway for the 8th race of the 2024 NR2003 Mission BBQ Cup Series season, the Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, lads of all ages, as we welcome you to the track with live coverage on the North American Sim Racing Network, and from up in the NASRN booth, my name is Trey Wright. 46 laps are on the schedule for our third plate race of the season, the second half of our Tennessee twosome this week, with a great race under the lights of Nashville this past Wednesday night. A little wild race at the end, a lot of mechanical failures in the FedEx 400 from Nashville that saw Corey Case go to victory lane for the first time in his young career. The second rookie to win this season, joining Matthew Huber in that department. We're here a little bit east of Nashville in Smyrna, Tennessee, getting ready for the 8th race of the season. Set to be a really, really good one. And like we said, our third plate race of the year. And a couple of guys starting near the front of the field that are really good on the plate tracks. Brennan Wilmington on the pole. He's got one restrictor plate win to his career. We've raced here 2 times in the past. We raced here in 2021 and 2022, and this track tends to see first-time winners. In 2021, it was Logan Alexander, the rookie, in his first season, winning here in the first foray in the MBCS back in 21, and Juan Rodriguez got his first career win here in 2022, a dead heat at the line between him and Owen Miles. We're getting ready for race number 3 here at the Diamond Ridge Superspeedway, race 8 on the total, and it's going to be a fun one here. It's been a fun start to the season so far, and we're getting into the nitty-gritty of things here. Let's go down to your point standings at the bottom of your screen. And speaking of Juan Rodriguez, he finds himself 5 points in front of Braden Perez for the points lead. He was the only guy in the top 10 in points at Nashville that didn't have some sort of issue, so he raises 6 spots. Braden Perez up 1. Alex Sanvitale with his good run rounds out your podium in the points. Barreto falls 2, and John Andrews falls 1. For your top 5 in the points, Matthew Huber, Dylan Matthews, Brennan Wilmington, Zachary Fitzwater, and Riley Sampson, your top 10. And then your 2 wildcard drivers would be Corey Case and Matt Wolf. If the playoffs were to start today, if the chase were to start today, this is not NASCAR, this is the NASRN, this is the Mission BBQ Cup Series. We hold ourselves a little bit higher than the NASCAR Cup Series and their playoff BS. But nonetheless, it's once again that time of the broadcast again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go down trackside to get the most famous words in motorsports to kick off the Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500.
Drivers, start your engines.
The engines roar to life on the pit lane here at Diamond Ridge. We're just moments away from dropping the green flag for today's race. Like we said, Brennan Wilmington starts on the pole position, a pole time of 48.794. Just 0.2 of a second faster, 0.02 of a second faster than Nathan Stapleton, who sits on the outside pole. Row 2, Riley Sampson finds himself with Ryan Durrani, both the American Motorsports cars inside the top 5, with Dano Georgi starting 5th, and Keegan Thompson, winningest driver in the field, has not won on a plate track yet in his career. But he is starting 6th on the grid here this afternoon. Making sure everybody rolls off. There's Alex Lozano, who won at Richmond a couple of weeks ago, and there is Corey Case in the 63. Won Wednesday night, looking for his second win. Starting alongside him is the boss man of Alex Sanvitale in the 96. As the field goes through turn number 5, we'll go down to your race analysis below. It's 46 laps around the 2 3/4 mile Diamond Ridge Racing Facility. A little oblong-shaped track, 5 turns here. You see there is a long turn 5 all the way back there, coming in, or that long turn 3. Turn 2, actually. Sweeping turn 2, shaped after Pocono. Now into the dog leg of turn number 3. Pit window today is about 36 to 39 laps, so a single stop with less than 10 to go if this race goes caution-free, which it likely will not. Like we said, your 2 previous winners here at Diamond Ridge are Logan Alexander and Juan Rodriguez. Alexander started 19th in the 58, Juan Rodriguez 23rd in the 48. So as the field goes through turn number 4, Again, 3 different short chutes on this track. Combination of Indianapolis and Pocono. 3 short chutes, 2 long chutes, 2 dog legs, 2 90-degree corners, and 1 corner that's banked at about 45 degrees to make up turn number 2. But the pace car has headed in. It's come down the pit lane. Brennan Wilmington and Nathan Stapleton about to get the green flag as it goes through the race's restart zone. Green flag is waving in the air, and we're live from race 8 from Diamond Ridge. Didn't take long for them to go 3 wide for the majority of this pack. Danny Fallington down to the inside. He will come around to lead lap number 1. Owen Miles picking up right where he left off from 2 years ago. Finished second in the race to Juan Rodriguez, and he's second right now. He's getting pushed to the lead there by Trey Smith. He's got some new camera angles here at Diamond Ridge on the TV2 cam. All these cars snaking around, looking like the dragon here. Owen Miles thought about blocking down low, but Trey Smith with a really good run on the low side. Side by side, 3 rows deep, and it's 3 abreast for the majority of this pack after that. All these cars within a second and a half of one another. Hamill will peek a nose down to the inside, not able to get there in time. And Trey Smith will lead lap number 2 today. Now Corey Case making it 3 wide already. Started deep in this field, and he makes his way to the point that 63 started 15th, and he's already up to 1st in just 3 laps. Trey Smith will fall back in the 79. And a calm start to this race so far. It's Roberto Crown Jr., another driver looking for their first win. Logan Alexander, the first ever winner here at Diamond Ridge, will go to 3rd. Side by side for the race lead, going through the short chute. The western chute, as the 21 will go into the inside for the race lead. At the stripe, nothing out back. He will lead lap number 3. They're already starting to get a little bit squirrely. Again, like most super speedways, they can do 3 wide, no problem. Once they get 4 wide, that is when the skibbity hits the proverbial fan. Braden Perez won the Daytona 500 earlier this year. Matt Wolf is somewhere deep in the field in the 42. He's all the way one of the last cars in the outside lane. But now they're starting to really wad him up here in the middle of this pack. Alexander will fight for the race lead. Logan Williams looking for redemption after Wednesday night's ignominious tire failure while leading. Justin Zeidel, 2 of his wins in his career coming at super speedway type tracks. Although Papyrus, I wouldn't say Papyrus is a super speedway by trade. Juan Rodriguez to the point in the 48. Alexander gets washed up high, 3 wide for position. Logan Alexander looking to pick up right where he left off. Mitchell Collins to his inside. Help from Bradley Ream. Ream with only 1 career win in the 36 back at the Dodge Motodrome. I believe that was the Dodge Motodrome, the second Dodge Motodrome race, as Logan Williams gets pinched up high. 4 wide for a brief moment. Corey Case right in the middle of that. They're packing him in deep going through the first dog leg. They keep it straight for now, and Corey Case all in the middle of that battle. And his team owner, Up high in the 96, Zidell will go to the point. Fords and Dodge side by side for the race lead. They're doing a good job so far, keeping it green for the time being. That can all change in a matter of moments as Zidell will go to the point. Eric Monaco right behind him. And 92 got really loose coming off of turn 4. In through turn 5, a little bit of contact in the back. No harm, no foul. Monaco will lead. Chevrolet is running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the low side. 2 of those cars, RF Trackhouse machines, Full Frontal, Stealth, and Chevy Power Racing. Now as Toby Murphy moves to the middle line, will fall out a little bit. Zidell moves up high. Squirrely in the corner. First car in the middle lane there is this green and red Tag Heuer 71. And they are 3 wide for pretty much the entirety of this pack. It's Eric Monaco basically being the pace car in front of the Indy 500. And a wicked move there from Dylan Matthews trying to break free from the draft. Not able to get it. Murphy will get sucked back 4 wide. He's just able to barely clear in front of Zidell. Already on lap 8 of 46. And a little too close for comfort here at Diamond Ridge. So Lozano will go down low. He'll take second spot away from the 10 of Gutierrez. It's all happening behind Eric Monaco. It's in a DEI fonted team. So Lozano, a little close for comfort there between him and Gutierrez. Bakersfield, California will move up high as Lozano gets aero loose going into the corner. But just to show how effective the draft is here, Brennan Wilmington started this race up front. He has fallen all the way back to 39th. And Zachary Fitzwater, another good super speedway guy. Up here on this inside lane, same with John Andrews, Daniel Bouchard. And no, the team owner, or the driver of that is Davenport will go to the inside. Well, he tried to go to the inside. Didn't have enough room as Cole Sampson will now go to the point. But going back to Daniel Bouchard, I know he's described his performances early on as mediocre. And now he wants to get back into this battle here. Still looking for his first win as Zachary Fitzwater darts down low. Thought for a split second he had an engine failure, but he's going for the race lead. Chevrolet's 1, 2, 3. The Chevy's 1, 2, 3 on the inside as well. The Bowties making a case for themselves at the front of this field. Ford. Marred deep in the field. The first Ford in line is that black, green, and white number 19 of Tyler Reynolds. Last time by was 17th. So the Blue Ovals, who have struggled a little bit on the super speedways to start the season, trying to find their legs early on, but Chevrolet, they won the last play race at Talladega with Matt Wolf. Toyota won the Daytona 500 with Braden Perez. The Bowties looking for back-to-back plate wins already on lap 11 of 46. This race is flying by the seat of its pants. It's Corey Case back out front in the 63. Help from Will Parrish. Side by side for the race lead going through the northern dogleg. Reggie Fogelman to the point. Corey Case, the Delta, Ohio native, looking for his second straight win. Down to the inside. To the inside of Case will go Parrish. Nearly made it 3 wide as Matthew Hubert thought about making it a menage a trois going through the dogleg. Calm. I don't think calm is the right word for this. I'd say an eventful, but rather eventful but contained opening 12 laps so far in this one. In case you were just tuning in, caution-free so far. Will Parrish will go to the point in the 40. Still looking for his first win on the season. 3 wide in the back is his teammate, Matt Wolf, your Talladega winner. Getting squeezed between a couple of Chevrolets. Nathan Orman looking for a good run. He's in a good position on that inside lane right now as they're choo-choo training it at the front. 2-3 separate lines as Fogelman will force the issue. Now the tires are starting to wear out just a little bit. This is where the cars will start slipping and sliding, especially on a hot day. Up top, Matthew Hubert making it 4 wide for the race lead. They got to be careful going into the short chute. 4 wide up front. They're barely able to keep it off of one another. Corey Case backs out wisely. And he is just able to dart back in line. I thought Will Parrish was going to cause the big one right at the front of the field. But if that is evidence of anything to come, this pack is becoming a ticking time bomb. 3 wide, fouled back to down to 2 wide. Pack starting to come loose just a little bit. Again, they're 3 wide, all on top of one another. Now Toby Murphy, no issue on the 20. He's starting to lose the draft. 3 wide once again. Ethan Lewis double file for the first 4 positions. I'll tell you, that top lane just gets really, really loose coming out of the corner. The way they dragging off, similar to Indy cars on the back straightaway at Indianapolis. I just fear that someone's just gonna go a little too zigzag maneuver. That might cause the big one towards the front of this field. Caleb Rose, the only Pacific Racing car we have not mentioned yet so far today, up at the front of the field. Skylar Taylor up front. I have not mentioned the paint scheme of that 15. I know I might be tooting my own horn a little bit, but everything about that 15 car just goes perfectly with one another. And Skylar Taylor looking to put that Costco Toyota, the single car ST Motorsports, trying to put that car into victory lane. Currently stuck on the high side as Riley Sampson will go to the point. Juan Rodriguez will bun rush right through. He'll make it 3 wide for second. Everybody's still within a second and a half one another. Coming around to 30 laps to go and already nearing the midway point through the pit cycle. If this race stays green, which at the rate it's going, I'd say that there's probably about a 50-50 chance of it staying green. That's not going to happen here. Durrani gets sent to the outside wall. Skylar Taylor on her side. Orman in it as well. The broadcaster's curse, not even waiting 5 seconds for me to say that. And the yellow flag is out for the first time today. Riley Sampson will lead them back to the stripe. That was right on cue, and Nathan Orman, the bad luck continues. And I talked good about that Skylar Taylor car, but that 15 Toyota junked. And I think Durrani, both those cars were trying to get to the pit lane, but the pit wall and just how dumb the LP files are. They're unfortunately going to be stuck there. But they both have race taking out damage at that. As the field will get set. Caution here on lap 16 of the day. And hey, pit strategy is going to go out the window. We'll see if anybody will come down, I imagine. All right, a little shock there. No, I'm surprised. Nobody is coming down the pit lane. They can't mathematically make it to the end, or can they? I believe when I was doing the I&I on this in test sessions, it came in, it said that they could do about 36 laps of fuel. Nobody is coming in. So if nobody's going to come in when they're well within the window to make it, I believe we should be good to go to the end. So Riley Sampson is your race leader. Let's see what happened to bring out the first caution of the afternoon here. The Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500 for the Diamond Ridge Superspeedway. So literally 5 seconds into this conversation, whether this race was going to go caution-free, Ryan Durrani is going to move up the racetrack and get pinned by the 3-car of Nathan Orman, and going for a wild ride as an unfortunate bystander is Skylar Taylor. You know, we just talked about that good paint scheme that's going to be damaged to hell and back in about 2 seconds. Just all 3 of those cars, hellacious hits into the outside wall, and gonna do one flip here. Skylar Taylor, who rode the wall, was on her roof and is gonna ride both sides there. So a flip and a half for the 15 car. She's able to land back on all 4 wheels, and Ryan Durrani destroyed in the 38. And if Nathan Orman didn't have bad luck to start this season, he wouldn't have any luck at all. That's got to be the 3rd or 4th race this season. He has destroyed a race car, and it's really, really unfortunate for him. And Durrani not having the season he would want after last year rattled off 3 wins, including a Superspeedway win at Coca-Cola. Skylar Taylor, not a good start to the rookie campaign for her, and a wild accident here in turn number 4 at Diamond Ridge. Following along with Skylar Taylor in the 15, and a really bad hit at a bad angle puts that Costco Toyota on both sides and the roof, hitting all 3 posts. If this was the hockey equivalent of that, Durrani's destroyed. Same thing with the 3 car, and all 3 of those cars go into the garage area with crash damage. But that'll bring out our first caution of the day. Riley Sampson led them back. Nobody came down the pit lane, so he will be your race leader when we go back through the gears here in just a couple of moments. The Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500. And we're back here at the Diamond Ridge Superspeedway, cleaning up our first accident of the day on lap number 16. Like we said, all 3 cars knocked out with crash damage. 39 cars remain on the racetrack. Everybody is on the lead lap. Riley Sampson a little low in the 24. No mechanical issue for him right now. And he is going to get going here, restarting the race on lap 18. Your top 5 going back to the gears were Sampson, Caleb Rose, Roberto Crown Jr., Juan Rodriguez, and Derek Hamill. And already making a move to the inside is the 21 of Crown Jr., Derek Hamill, the last season's champion, looking for his first win of the year. They're getting reorganized just a little bit here. It takes a little time. Riley Sampson, already with 1 win this year, looking to punch his ticket into a championship conversation. Won at Rockingham over Corey Case. And Sampson will be attacked to the inside there by Roberto Crown Jr. Dead heat at the line, and getting it by just a 100th of a second was the 24, but down to the inside of him is a 21. They go side by side for the race lead here on lap 20. 3 laps away from halfway home through the Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500. And still the question of fuel mileage looms. I believe they should be good to go to the end. If they didn't come down then, I don't know when the heck they would come down. And off the pace are a couple of Stealth Motorsports cars of Murphy and Danny Fallington. But Otter Island Motorsports will go to the point with Trey Smith in the 79. To the inside of him will go Logan Williams in the 17. Again, had a great opportunity for the win last Wednesday, but just A tire failure at the wrong place, wrong time, trying to come down the pit lane. Ended up getting ARCA braked into by the 05 of Owen Miles. Took him out of contention for that win. Zidell to the inside, Bradley Ream right behind him, and Brennan Wilmington taking advantage of the cycle. He's back out front as the pole sitter. Wilmington down low, trying to make it 3 wide. Tucks back inside as Juan Rodriguez will push him. Now Wilmington will make it 3 wide, this time at the front. 3 abreast for the race lead. Toyota, Chevy, Ford with a Dodge right behind Zidell as he gets punted out to the outside. Through turn 3 into turn 4. Wilmington will lead, but that inside lane is the dominant line. And that 58 of Logan Alexander got the 2 winners at Diamond Ridge mixed up. But Logan Alexander to the inside. Again, he's in a new ride this season. The caution flag is out, and the RF Trackhouse cars have taken one another out. And Dano Georgi junked in the 34. And it looks like we had another incident in the dogleg on either turn 4 or the chute between 4 and 5. The caution flag is back out. Leading them back was the 58. And that is not what Reggie Fogelman wants to see there. Both of his cars being pinned to the inside lane. Again, the LP files on this track are a little dumb, especially at this area of the track where they are, and they're just going to trundle around. So the field gets reset here. Don't believe the pit lane is open. It's kind of hard to see if the pit lane is open from here. It looks like it was. It is going to be this time, and it looks like the 28 and the 44 also caught up in this. Pits are open, and nobody's coming down. So I guess they should be good to go to the end, as this time by will be the halfway point. You see all the tire tracks there, and it looks like we had, bad accident in turn 5, it looks like. Looks like the Dragon may have gone wrong, and it looks like we might have 5 cars knocked out of this one. Is everybody coming around here? Making sure everybody, they're still trying to figure out a couple of positions up here, so while they figure that out, we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day. Logan Alexander leads here at Diamond Ridge in the Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500. So this was actually a 6-car accident. So it starts off with Cameron Garlington washing up the track into the 00 of Thomas Troxel, who gets into the 12 and the 34 respectively. And along for the ride of the 12 and the 34, Garlington goes into the outside wall. And I think Fogelman is going to come up the track in the 12. We'll have a better camera angle here. And it is amazing that more people did not get knocked out. And right up into his teammate of Gutierrez goes the 12, and up high, right into the catch fence goes Gutierrez. What a wild ride for the 10. Dano Georgi is in there and on top of the 34. Not a good landing from Gutierrez, but a couple of violent accidents on the west end of the track. And we've got to go on board with Angel Gutierrez there, because that was a wild ride and a half. We got to go on board with a couple of people here, because my, oh my. What a ride did the Bakersfield, California native go on. On board with Angel Gutierrez in the 10 car. You see everything coming apart in front of him. Has to slow up, not able to get it in time, and wild ride from the 10 car. We'll go on board with the 12, his team owner, See what Reggie Fogelman saw from his vantage point. On board with Fogelman. Everything looks nice through here. He's just trying to get through the corner. And then gets Joey Logano there by the 00, and unfortunately comes back up into his car and walk out. That's what the undercarriage of a Chevrolet Monte Carlo looks like. Both RF Trackhouse cars taken out of this one. One final time with Dano Georgi. His rear end gets turned around and jump scare incoming. Watch out for that 10 car. The door right in the rear end of Dano Georgi. And that American Motorsports flagship car is toast here. One final time with Reggie Fogelman. A couple of really hard hits, sends him into the outside wall, and Angel Gutierrez on a wild ride in the 10 will knock him out of this race. Not a good look for the RF Trackhouse guys. Second race this week, they've had issues involving each other, and both American Motorsports cars are in the garage area as well. It's been a little bit of a team killer here today. But nonetheless, up front, it's a 58 machine. Juan Rodriguez looking to avenge Owen Miles in the 05. We'll see what he and everybody else are able to do on the restart here as we clean up caution number 2, the Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500. And we're back here at the Diamond Ridge Super Speedway, cleaning up caution numero 2 of the afternoon. Dano Georgi was the only car to get knocked out. Angel Gutierrez is being scored 1 lap down, same with the 12, so they're going to be 2 laps down actually. 36 cars remain on the lead lap. Your top 5 going back through the gears are Logan Alexander, Matthew Hubert, Brennan Wilmington, Matt Wolf, and Bradley Ream. Green flag back into the air. Past the halfway point through the Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500. Don't look now. Here comes Bradley Ream back there in that 36. Same thing with the 62. We still do not know for sure if these guys are able to make it on fuel. But Wilmington will go down to the inside of Alexander. Ream will go a lane lower, and it's 3 wide once again. Alexander will get moved up high, nearly Otter Island Motorsports on Otter Island Motorsports action as Hubert nearly got into Trey Smith. And Logan Williams will lead his first lap of the day, his second lap of the day. Check that. They're packing it in really tight, going through the dog leg. Trey Smith on the low side. And Logan Sport running second and third right now as Logan Williams gets shuffled high. And these guys are racing like it's the last lap. Couple of cars off the pace of the 28 and the 45. But into turn 4, this has been Calamity Corner all day long so far. And again, the Dragon on that top lane is where we've seen some issues early on today. Crown Jr. will go back to the race lead here. It looks like 10 and the 12 have gone to the garage area, so 36 cars are on the racetrack still. We've got 26 down, 46 out of 46, 20 to go here at Diamond Ridge. In 10 laps, these guys could be coming down the pit lane. We don't know yet, but if they've had 2 cautions to come down the pit lane. So I would imagine that if they needed to come down, they would have done it already, so we should be good to go to the end on fuel as Zachary Fitzwater will go to the point in the 99. The Gretzky car out front, fast lap of the race belonging to Toby Murphy. He's deep in the pack in the 19th spot. Zachary Fitzwater and Derek Hamill, a couple of stalwarts in the series, running side by side for the moment inside lane. A little fidgety there. There's Toby Murphy. 7th car on that inside lane in the white and green Mountain Dew Chevrolet. 3 wide once again. This time Igor Beretta was way high. Out of the groove goes Fitzwater. He's got no friends on the high lane. He bum rushes down low, nearly colliding with Justin Zeidel in the 78. Zeidel, when you're running speeds of 200 plus mile an hour, you don't want any sort of contact. We've already seen Angel Gutierrez and Skylar Taylor go for a couple of wild rides here. These guys going full throttle, all out, like we do on super speedways. Cole Sampson and Tyler Reynolds, your top pair. And now this field's starting to wad back in with one another. 34 cars, all within a second and a second and a quarter of one another. And they're 3 wide, pretty much 5-6 rows deep. Davenport to the race lead. Eric Monaco behind him, still trying to get Chevy Power Racing their first win. Coming around this time by to 16 laps to go in the Volunteer 500. And it is still anybody's race. Right now, I would say my pick to win it's got to be a guy like Brennan Wilmington. He's in the back right now. He realized there's 16 to go. We don't know if this race is going to come down to fuel mileage. Well, but we will know for sure in the next 5 laps. Actually, given the F category there, they should be good to go to the end, so we're not going to have any fuel mileage here. So this is a race to the end confirmed. Coming around to 15 to go from Diamond Ridge. And I got a bad feeling we haven't seen the last of them wadding it up here. First lap down car is the 28, who is right now 22 seconds behind. They're running 47-second laps, so they're not going to catch up to Cameron Garlington anytime soon in this one. Lozano with Perez down to the inside, a couple of Toyotas for the top spot. Murphy leaning on Davenport at the moment. They're packing it in like sardines. Keegan Thompson to the inside, looking to get a lap led. He'll push Braden Perez to the high lane. The Riley, Alberta native trying to go for the point. Thompson on the low side, Perez on the high side. Perez trying to block down low. Thompson will side draft just a little bit. Coming around, 14 to go this time by. And car number 14, top of the pylon. I saw in last year's race, I believe fuel mileage did come into play in the last year's race, so I believe they expanded the fuel cells. Thompson will surrender the lead down low. Danny Fallington in the 16 will go to second for the brief moment as Will Parrish will go to the point. We're pretty much saying everybody's name here, so no real need to have a full field rundown. But these guys are really starting to cycle bad here, so I'm liking where a guy like Keegan Thompson or Will Parrish are sitting right now. I'm liking these top 3 cars on this outside lane. They're going to fall back in the cycle because 2-3 laps ago is where I said, or I like where Brennan Wilmington was, but he's already at the front of this field. And they are starting to really cycle. That outside lane is moving back. I just don't know. I'm liking where that 40 car is. Everybody behind Will Parrish that's who I'm liking to end up winning this race, but it's Matt Wolf leading the Indy 500 to green right now. 3 wide behind him. Troxel loses it, nearly took the front end off of Derek Hamill. And they're three wide for the race lead, nearly 4 wide. Wilmington thought about making it 4 abreast, thinks better of it. He'll move down low. The pole sitter looking for the lead. He's sandwiched between a couple of previous winners here at Diamond Ridge. Might go 3 wide for the top spot here. Wilmington, Alexander, and Rodriguez. Your top 3 cars, they're all next to one another. Through the corner they go. All nice and steady here, going through turn number 5. Alexander going wide. That would have been a really bad wreck there if he pinched into the 24 of Sampson. "11 laps to go here from Diamond Ridge. Still anybody's race. Again, they're not done wanting it up. I guarantee you that. We are gonna have another accident later on, probably soon with the way these guys are racing right now. Caleb Rose back up front. That 17 car. Logan Williams has been the strongest car so far today, but he's just been getting cycled in and out like a laundry machine. Stapleton, the outside pole sitter, will go to the top spot. 10 laps to go from Diamond Ridge. People continuing to bet, but the bets better be off the table right now, especially towards the back end of this field. Again, I'm liking where Parrish, I'm liking where the 4-car are. I'm liking where these guys at this down low. Right now, I would say Daniel Bouchard or Braden Perez. Any of those 2 cars towards the end of the pack on this bottom lane, I would say they have got the best chance to win right now. But again, we still don't know if there's going to be an accident. We've seen 2 accidents today, both of them related to turn 4. And they're threatening to go 4 wide here with 9 to go. Are they going to catch up to Cameron Garlington is the question. I think they are going to catch up to Cameron Garlington. Garlington right now, he is 43 seconds off the pace. They are rapidly catching that 28. Look at the ground that they've got to make up. They're going to catch him probably not even at the start-finish line. They're going to catch him in the dog leg. Or they're going to catch him in the short chute, rather. I didn't realize that how fast this pack was going. They might catch him in the southern dog leg after all. It's going to be tight here. It's going to be really, really, really tight. Cameron Garlington in the front of this field. Which lane does he block? They're going to catch him in the worst possible spot, going into turn number 2. And Sampson nearly running right into the back of him, and that will slow this entire field down. It'll be the outside lane that gets held up. Garlington with a damaged Monte Carlo. And I think that will put the pin back in the grenade of this pack. For the moment. I'm going to get reformed a little bit here. Zidell will go to the point. Cole Sampson with him. 7 laps to go from Diamond Ridge. Still holding up the back end of this field is Cameron Garlington. And we do have the green-white checkered finishes available if needed. But now it's anybody's game up in here. That is, they're gonna go 4 wide back in here if they're not careful. I think they'll file it back down to 3 wide. Yeah, they're out of the danger zone for a second as Caleb Rose nearly gets into Mount Wolf. But up here, now this is where the Hornet's Nest is. 6 to go. Oh boy. This is gonna get interesting in the late stages of this one. Toyota is running 1, 2, 3. Ford looking to spoil the party. So is Dodge. Well, now that they caught up to Cameron Garlington, I don't believe John Andrews. Andrews at the start-finish line right now, and these guys are on the back straightaway. I didn't think they were going to catch up to the 28. I don't know if they'll catch up to the 44. I don't think there's enough time for them to catch up to John Andrews. And now the field has squirted out the 28. Count them, 5 laps to go here from Diamond Ridge. Igor Barreto barely losing out at the line, 3/1000th of a second. 35 cars on the lead lap, 34 of them with a shot to win here. And the pack has reformed once again, and it is in full force. Again, this is 45 laps, not 40. This is 46 laps, not 45. So we got that one extra lap at the end, that extra 2 3/4 of a mile sprint to the finish. Dylan Matthews looking to hold serve on the outside lane, moves Fallington down low with an aero block. Again, Will Parrish, Keegan Thompson. I think Thompson might be a little too up there. I'm liking Logan Alexander, Logan Williams. I'm liking this Logan and Logan show up here. Liking where they are right now at the inside lane. I think they will be in a good position to win here. If the skivvy doesn't go sideways and Zachary Fitzwater an aggressive block in the middle, that'll open the door for Keegan Thompson down low, but he's going to make his move way too early. 3 wide for the entirety of this lead pack. It's Keegan Thompson who will lead them back, 3 to go at the line. It is still anybody's race. 3 wide. I thought I saw 4 wide in the back, and they are 4 wide. Hold on. Wilmington trying to get out of that. They're going to go to the outside wall. Huge mess in the back. The caution will come out, and we will have a restart. They'll race it back to the line. The big one out of turn number 2. Racing it back is Mitchell Collins. He will win the race back, 3 wide down low. And with 2 laps to go, we will have a restart here. We'll quickly get set. Alex Lozano's destroyed. Nathan Stapleton is out. At least 5 or 6 cars potentially knocked out of this race. Logan Alexander led them back. We will have a green-white checkered finish. But let's go ahead and see what happened quickly to bring out the 3rd caution of the day. As the field gets set to take the white flag, we gotta go ahead and set up the green-white checkered, folks, because oh boy, this got interesting. So 4 wide does not work. And seeing it firsthand are the Pacific Racing cars. Corey Case gets into the 62. Wilmington goes into Lozano and Perez. Ethan Lewis gets a piece in the 7. Nathan Stapleton will get into the 11. Cole Sampson will get a piece in the 5. And I think that's just going to be it. I think it's just going to be 6 or 7 cars getting knocked out. Of contention, at least. I think the 92 and the 11 are going to be the only ones knocked out of the race. Everybody else should be able to continue. But oh boy, grab the 6 shooters, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a good old-fashioned shootout late in this race. Oh boy, that's all I've got to say. Oh boy. Following with Brennan Wilmington in the white Toyota. Hard hit into the outside wall, but I believe the 92 and the 11 are going to be the only cars knocked out of this one. A simple accident going through the dog leg. Oh, I'm surprised. Did Cameron Garlington... Oh, Cameron Garlington just sailing through there. But at the front, It's Mitchell Collins who led them back to the stripe. We'll see what he is able to do on the restart here. Again, it's going to be a shootout. 2 laps to go for the green, white, checkered here in the Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500. And we are back here at the Diamond Ridge Super Speedway, cleaning up our 3rd accident of the day. 92 of the 11 being the only ones knocked out. We will have a restart. 2 laps to go. And we'll have green, white, checkers for as long as it takes. Your top 5, going back through the gears, your top 10 actually, will be Mitchell Collins. 3 career wins for the driver of the 71. He's on a new team looking to get Titan Fury Racing their first win as an organization. Matt Wolf, your last Super Speedway winner, looking for his 2nd win of the season. Logan Williams looking to get Dodge their first win, as is the 71. Owen Miles looking for redemption from last year. And Logan Alexander looking for his 2nd win here at Diamond Ridge. San Vitale, Fallington, Parrish, Sampson, and the 13 of Barreto, your top 10. Green flag back in the air, popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go from Diamond Ridge. A good jump by the 71 of Collins. Making the first move as Williams down on the inside lane, trying to get Logan Sport their first win. An aggressive move from the 58. He's going to lead his team owner out to dry. Dodge running 1-2 right now. San Vitale looking to push the 58. It's all Mitchell Collins out front right now. When does Logan Williams move to the inside? He does not. He is going to go with the 71. Team orders at the front of this field. Matt Wolf squirrely on the outside, and here comes Williams down low. Might have peaked a little too early. White flag in the air. One more time around the Diamond Ridge Super Speedway. Logan Williams looking for Dodge's first win of the season. Logan Alexander right behind him. Just like I said, it's the Logan and Logan show. Right down low, nearly blocking it, not able to get it in time was Logan Williams. Here comes Alexander to the low side. On the back straightaway for the final time. Alexander 58, Williams 17, side by side. Fallington with an opportunity, does not take it. That outside lane not working. The short shoot for the final time off of turn number 4. It was the site of his first victory. Checkered flag in the air at the stripe. Photo finish. But Logan Alexander is able to hold on. A late charge from Danny Fallington, not able to get there in time. And Logan Alexander, his 2nd win at Diamond Ridge. Got it by 0.02 of a second, 23 thousandths of a second over Danny Fallington. And exactly as I predicted it, the Logan and Logan show in the late stages of the race. Riley Sampson gets a podium. That's good for him in the points. Bradley Ream, he was up front all day long. Good to see him. And Logan Williams, you know, he had an opportunity at the end, but he's still able to get a top 5 out of it. Derek Hamill, Mitchell Collins, Alex San Vitale, Zachary Fitzwater, and Roberto Crown Jr., your top 10. 34 cars finished the race. 33 of them were on the lead lap. Braden Perez, Alex Lozano, Angel Gutierrez, Reggie Fogelman, Dano Georgi, Skylar Taylor, Nathan Orman, and Ryan Durrani. Unfortunately, being all knocked out of this race. What a finish there from Logan Alexander. And I got to go ahead and see this finish once again, because that was a dead heat at the line. And that looked exactly like Logan or Juan Rodriguez and Owen Miles in 2022. What a finish. So coming down right to the wire, dead heat on the final lap, and Logan Alexander able to beat out Danny Fallington by half a car length. It's unfortunate there for Fallington, but for Logan Alexander, it is his third career win and the first win for the newly renumbered 58 car, and his second win here at Diamond Ridge. And the Tampa, Florida native, driving a Ford for the first time this season, a new team, and he'll absolutely take the win here today. What a performance from Logan Alexander. But that's going to do it here from the Diamond Ridge Superspeedway. Congratulations once again to Logan Alexander for winning the Cracker Barrel Volunteer 500. And we'll see you Wednesday night over westward in the Windy City for the Uno Chicago Grill 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway. That race taking place at 8 p.m. Eastern Time next Wednesday night right here on the NASRN. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Here are your point standings after Race 8 of the 2024 Mission Barbecue Cup Series season. And from Smyrna, Tennessee, on behalf of the North American Sim Racing Network, my name is Trey Wright. Have a great night, folks.